We begin with late-breaking news. Tucson police are looking into a body found on the southeast side. A call came in just before 8 o'clock at the overlook at Pantano Apartments.
Yes, police say that an adult man was found dead. So far, nothing seems suspicious, they're telling us. Be sure to stay with us, though. Tucson News Now on the air, online, and on your mobile app. We'll keep you updated.
They left him there. They shot him. They killed him and just left him there.
So emotional. A mother loses her son to gang warfare. She is one of many cases of violence, and tonight there is a new effort to put an end to it.
Nearly 1,000 gang members have been arrested in Project Wildfire. The 6-week ICE operation busted people in 282 cities. Almost 50 were arrested right here in Arizona. And take a look at these numbers. There were 16 arrests up in Phoenix.
Yes, 2 of them are here in Yuma.
And right here in Tucson, 28 people were busted.
KOLD News 13's Sonu Wasu spoke with some Tucson families impacted by gangs. She has their story and their plea for change.
My son's Jesse L. Morgan II. He was 24 years old and he was murdered in the park at St. Marcus Park.
It's been exactly 4 years. The pain of losing her son, Jesse Morgan, still overwhelms this mother.
I'm stuck there where it was.
Families like Vicky, directly impacted by gang violence, are relieved every time they hear of gang members being taken off our streets.
Yay! That's how I feel about that. If we could get rid of all of them, that would even be bigger yay.
It's a crime that impacts almost every neighborhood in Tucson. Neighborhood groups meeting constantly to fight this crime.
A lot's been larceny, property damage. We've had break-ins of cars. We have a lot now of people stealing mail out of the mailboxes.
Many of these crimes are committed by gang members trying to join gangs to prove they're tough. They score points for petty crimes that impact all of our neighborhoods. Department of Homeland Security and ICE officials say the goal of Project Wildfire is to sweep these gangs off our streets.
Criminal gangs inflict violence and fear upon communities. And without the attention of law enforcement, these groups can spread like cancer.
The residents are fearful, and nobody wants to speak up because you don't know what the retaliation will be.
This grieving mother now willing to speak up, saying everyone's had enough. She hopes no one else has to go through what she did.
My message is to them, don't step off the porch. Back up and go the other way.
As part of this nationwide gang member sweep, federal authorities have also confiscated 82 firearms, several kilos of meth, pot, and heroin also seized. ICE officials say more than half of the gang members arrested do have violent criminal histories. Those who are here illegally will now face deportation proceedings. Sonu Wasu, KOLD News 13, live, local, late breaking.
All right, thanks so much, Sonu. And you have a chance to share with us your safety concerns and how better we can cover your community. Tomorrow, Sonu and Som Lasias will be hosting a live web blog. You can talk live to Som between 11 and 1 or Sonu from 5 to 7. All you need to do is log on to TucsonNewsNow.com. You can also have the link sent to you on your mobile device by simply texting crime to 51313 or tweet us your questions using the hashtag TucsonCrime. And speaking of your phone, you can also follow along. The Tucson News Now app is there for you. Just click on the category list and look for Crime Chat. Kevin?
All right, Heather, thanks a lot. Well, it is a nice, cool, comfortable night for us. A little cooler than we've been used to here. Temperature's already down to 63 degrees downtown. The dew point temperature around 20 degrees. That just means the air is incredibly dry. Still nothing new there. Now, we have clear skies across the state for now, but a few more clouds may move in from the southwest to the northeast. And so perhaps just a few clouds by early tomorrow morning. But temperatures over the next 3 hours, 60 at 11. By midnight, we're in the 50s. And a lot of us could wake up to temperatures in the upper 40s tomorrow. We are warming up, though, by the weekend. We also have a chance of rain to talk about this weekend. My forecast is coming up a little later in the newscast.
All right, thanks a lot, Kevin. Relief is on the way for the city of Nogales and a pipe that carries millions of gallons of raw sewage a day.
And if that pipe ever broke, a massive problem would be flowing through to southern Arizona. This fix, though, leaves behind a bigger challenge unanswered. KOLD News 13's J.D. Wallace explains what's happening now to repair this problem.
Take a look over here and you can see the latest problem area in the Nogales Wash. That upturned concrete exposes a pipe that carries 12 million gallons of raw sewage each day. It's not what's in the Nogales Wash, but what runs underneath it that worries citizens.
There's a lot of kids that play here, so I hope it gets fixed, and I'm pretty sure it will.
A big sewer spill that has a lot of implications for the health and welfare of a lot of people in Nogales. and also the impact that we have downstream to even all the way down to Tubac, Green Valley, even to Tucson.
The International Boundary and Water Commission will spend more than $600,000 of federal funds to repair and strengthen this section along the pipe. The Nogales Public Works Director says the city and Santa Cruz County will spend about $250,000 more to replace the concrete slabs over it. The commission will spend another $600,000 to design a longer-term fix to 9 miles of this line.
We are kind of proactively trying to prevent any damage to the environment and to the health by protecting that pipe.
I know money's tight, but sometimes it's better to prevent. It's a preventable thing.
The repair work here is set to start in about a week and be complete by June. In Nogales, J.D. Wallace, KOLD News 13, live local 8 breaking.
Thank you, J.D. Tucson Water is looking to raise rates, and they want to make sure that you know about it. They hosted one of their town hall meetings on the rates tonight. The utility is proposing 2 options. A typical family's summer bill right now is about $29.09 a month. It would rise to $33.22 under option A. That's on average. And $31.71 under option B. Water rates and fees that would take effect July 6, 2015. The next town hall is Tuesday, April 14th at Quincy Douglas Public Library.
21-year-old Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was convicted today on all 30 charges in the Boston Marathon bombings and the violence that followed. Now, the same jury that convicted him today will decide whether he lives or dies. That jury convicted Tsarnaev after deliberating for a little less than 11 hours over 2 days. The penalty phase could begin as soon as Monday. As you know, 3 people died, more than 260 people were injured when the 2 homemade bombs exploded near the finish line of the 2013 Boston Marathon. The South Carolina police officer who was seen on video fatally shooting an unarmed black man has now been fired. Police dash cam video of the shooting could be released tomorrow.
Heads up, don't shoot. Heads up, don't shoot.
And earlier tonight, demonstrators holding a candlelight vigil. Michael Slager, charged with murder for shooting Walter Scott in the back as he was running away. On Saturday, Officer Slager pulled over Scott's car for a broken taillight. After a brief struggle, the officer claimed that he feared for his life. But cell phone video shows Scott running away as the officer fired 8 shots toward his back. Investigators are also looking closely at part of the video that shows the officer picking up an object and dropping it near Scott's body.
The former Ferguson City court clerk who was fired in March is speaking out. Mary Twitty lost her job after a Department of Justice report revealed that she sent racist emails. She says that she thinks she's being treated unfairly and was, quote, a sacrificial lamb. She also insists that she's not a racist. She says she sent those emails because she thought they were funny.
And did you find these emails funny at all?
Funny as in humor-wise? Humor-wise, yes. Not because it was racist or biased, no. Just funny joke-wise.
Twitty was also accused of setting up a revenue-generating scheme using unfair and punitive fines. 5 volunteer firefighters in Texas have been charged with a sexual assault of a man. The alleged attack happened in January, but investigators say the victim did not come forward until March. One of the firefighters allegedly recorded the assault on her phone. Authorities say the others were heard laughing in the video. Here in southern Arizona, one of our local firefighters also just got into some trouble. Yesterday, we told you about David Vogler, who is accused of exposing himself to people at stores in Oracle 2 months ago, and also in San Manuel. He's been charged with 6 counts of indecent exposure.
New at 10 tonight, an inside look at an attack in the Lower Buckeye Jail. Here's the video showing an inmate who was in an area where he wasn't supposed to be. Then a couple of officers tried to get him to leave. Well, that is when the psych inmate attacked all 4 officers. A taser was used 4 times, but he pulled out the probes and kept on fighting. It took several people to bring this inmate down. 2 of the officers were rushed to the hospital, one with a serious injury to his head. The inmate now facing charges for assault. An update now, a health update on the Windmill Winery in Florence that we told you about. There is now a plan in place that has allowed it to stay open. It was closed over the weekend for an investigation into a salmonella outbreak. Food-related activities will be closely monitored over the next 30 days.
I wanted you all to be the first to know that this summer I'm going to retire.
CBS News Chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation, Bob Schieffer, will retire this summer. He made that announcement in Fort Worth tonight at TCU's Schieffer College of Communication. Schieffer has been with CBS News since 1969 as Chief Washington correspondent since 1982 and host of Face the Nation since 1991. Well, some voters in Tucson have filed a federal lawsuit against the city. Find out what's got them so upset about city council. KOLD News 13 Live at 10 continues for your neighborhood. I'm Dan Mari.
And I'm Heather Rowan. Right now on the Tucson News Now mobile app, don't forget you can always get forecasts on the go. You can look for it under the weather tab. We'll be right back.